Alright, guys, it's time for some bullshit. With one sentence, this guy fucking triggered an avalanche of bullshit.
So if you're not posting YouTube Shorts by 2023, you're just gonna miss the boat. That's
You just. Stop vomiting at me, dude. Don't miss your boat of getting banned on YouTube as fast as possible. Because I will consider that once I become a YouTube authority. Uh, yeah. I got myself into a rabbit hole and started trying to figure out comment algorithm, which is kind of hard to do. Well, my end starting point versus the end point is 7 times better, but that's not good enough because you have to be million times better. You have to be infinite times better. For a perfect result, you want things to just go down all the way down. You don't know what I'm talking about? Well, uh, you're gonna miss the boat. You have to comment as fast as possible, which is actually not true if you look into the 10 months old video. YouTube actually brute forced comments to pop up even though they're like 3 months old, 2 months old. This is a 10-month old video. Alright, normally you would just see 10-month old comments and nothing new forever. So YouTube definitely saw this as an issue and brute forced the solution. I say brute force because there's no way that you wouldn't talk about it and just pretend. Uh, no, no. Like you have to disclose what the algorithm is. I'm just trying to figure it out with math, and I've learned a few things. But why does that matter? Because you can't just post a comment the moment the video is released and pretend that it's gonna get a lot of likes. A lot of people try and do that, try to be first, and there's a boat. It's going somewhere. You know why? What's the best argument for not caring about the boat thing? First of all, you have to understand that the boat is talking about opportunities. Pretty important, right? If you just understand the metaphor for the metaphor, but you don't understand that it's about like a broader subject, grabbing opportunities whenever they present themselves, and why you shouldn't actually do that. Because most opportunities are just absolutely fake. Which is probably another crown argument, and I forgot the other one. Yeah, I mean, people want to manipulate you emotionally and make you think that you have to chase opportunities. They're not there. You have to experience things, but chasing opportunities is a completely different thing. Alright? Because opportunities like everywhere. There's opportunity to fucking breathe faster or to blink faster. Do you take those opportunities? Oh no, because it's not a depleting resource, isn't it? You can do that later. Okay. So what can't you do? Oh, it's should get a girlfriend and a house as fast as possible. Definitely can't get a house. Maybe you can get a girlfriend? Probably not. So but you're still young, you still have the opportunity. What if you lose that opportunity? If you lose something, that means it's not actually valuable. That's usually the case. Which reminds me of the argument that I wanted to make in the first place, which is if there is demand, there's going to be supply. Right now, the internet doesn't know what it wants, so there is no supply of the things that you actually want because the internet didn't actually ask what you want. And probably most people don't know what they want and they want different things, but if the internet actually was like, okay, I can give you these certain choices, I want to invest in these certain choices, which one do you want right now? Internet is not even doing that. So it's pretty fucking painful process, okay? You don't even get to choose. The only thing you get to choose is which video to click on, but based on thumbnails and titles. So you don't get to choose, unfortunately. You just get clickbaited, and your soul is stolen in the end. So, thinking that there are opportunities in the Stone Age, yeah, the only opportunity is like smash someone with a rock and steal their rocks. Basically, that's your fucking opportunity right there. Come on, dude. Yeah, so in other words, waiting is one of the best opportunities you can take, and it is actually something that depletes, because if you don't wait, well, now you're doing something that's not waiting. Hopefully that's in conjunction with waiting, and you're gonna go back to waiting and figure out what you missed this whole time, you know? You can do whatever you want, as long as you come back and resume the waiting. Because that's literally the most important thing. You have to be waiting on things. They have to be slowly coming towards you. And you're like, okay, I want that one. I want that one. You're literally looking at stars fucking falling. Slowly, like really slowly. So it's a very bad metaphor, but you just kind of looking at them, getting closer and closer as you're growing up, potentially, because that's what happens when you grow up. When you just wait. Yes, when you see an opportunity that you want to have, that's close enough. If it's far, then it's not worth it. But if it's close enough, nah, I'll take it. There's tons of that shit. There's tons of bullshit in that one sentence, just saying, you're gonna miss the boat, man. You know what kind of people say that? Abusers say that. You know, people who want to abuse the system as fast as possible. But, as I shown you the comments, I was even surprised myself. I thought I was going to click on the video and it's going to be like, well, most of the comments are going to be 10 months old. But I kind of knew that YouTube kind of fixed that a little bit. But I didn't thought it was, decent. I just can't figure out the algorithm, unfortunately. Like, look at these two comments side by side. It's kind of weird, right? 111 likes, 5,600 likes. What the fuck do you mean, dude? What do you mean, YouTube? How do you bridge that gap with what algorithm, dude? The closest I've got is 2.2 times the difference. But bridging that gap is gonna get harder and harder. So I don't know, guys. If you can figure out even closer result, I'm not sure how you're gonna be able to compare my results to yours. Again, this is the video. You can try it, but there's no way you're gonna do it. What you can do, though, is get 50% of my revenue, which I don't know how to give, but I can still promise you something. At some point when I will learn how to give people money, and earn money in the first place, then I will actually give you guys 50% just for making shorts linking to my YouTube channel. Because, that is my argument, basically. You're not making YouTube shorts. That's exactly my argument. You're not making YouTube shorts. For me, That's your opportunity, not mine. You know how to make YouTube shorts? It's actually very hard to set up YouTube shorts right now. I can't do it on OBS. Yes, you can create a vertical video, but that's a stretch of imagination, dude. That is stretch. You also have to, I can't just screen capture my computer in a vertical form because it looks fucking awful. I have this. This is kind of what I would use. You can't even see the entirety of it, can you? Yeah, you can. So I would use this, but as a reference, but that's as best as I can do. Like, right now you have to understand, again, We live in Stone Age. We barely picked up the stone and we call it YouTube Shorts. What the fuck, dude? 2 years? You think 2 years is enough? Nah, dude. The thing is, you must understand another thing about reality itself. Most of the time, you have to disregard that the past exists, and past is more of a reference of how you can interpret the current day and age. But you can imagine if we pick up a technology, that technology can be 1,000 times more powerful in the later stages of its existence. So we had like consoles and shitty phones. Now they're like so many times more powerful currently, and now things are slowing down. When things are slowing down, that's the boat. That's the time when, if you like it though. If you don't like it, don't fucking do that. Alright? Don't be socially pressured into doing anything. That's one of the biggest bullshits of all time. Technically there's a counter argument to that. Let me give you guys... but trends are cool, and I want to be a part of society. And whatever. I guess you got me there, but you can't just destroy social... The argument that social pressure is like absolute bullshit, because it definitely is. I mean, some people start smoking, using drugs, fucking drawing, doing art. It's pretty fucking bullshit. But trying to get a girlfriend, trying to get a good job, is that bad? Pretty bad. If it's hard. If it's actually hard and you're wasting a lot of time, and you're not taking like accessible things that are just as valuable, something you can actually do right now, and just as valuable. I think it's much more valuable in life to actually take what's easy and not what's hard. Trying to achieve what's hard is just unlikely, you know. Eventually, what happens when you're socially pressured into getting a girlfriend? First of all, you're going to be beating up yourself a lot. And in the end, you're just going to pick whatever you can take. You know, you're just kind of going to give up. Because your expectation is going to be very high at first. Because, well, if I am trying to make a girlfriend, trying to get a girlfriend, I might as well try and get the best one I can get. But you're going to keep kicked down in your fucking face. Because where else would you kick a person? In a stomach? That sounds bad. Just straight up in the face. And you'll realize, well, if I want a girlfriend, I'd have to take the worst one, actually. Not the best one. And the worst... Well, not the worst one, because the worst ones are so bad that they actually want to be picked up by the best man. So you have to take a girlfriend that already is at the same level of disappointment as you are. Because that kind of happens, you know, like women get rejected too. Don't worry about that. Every single time there's a single man, there's also a single woman. There's no doubt about it. Just because women get sex from fuckboys doesn't mean that they're not lonely. You know, you don't understand, guys. You don't understand the math. Okay? So I actually beaten the stupid counter-argument, and I've explained why. Alright, all these bad things, most of the time they come from social pressure, and I said this as the last one, as the kicker, trying too hard. You can play a game, and you realize I'm losing a lot, and I want to beat all these people. Well, you only get 50% win rate, okay? You're not going to get any more or any less. 50% is what you have to live with. Okay, yes, sometimes you're gonna get a little bit luckier, and you're gonna get 100% win rate in your 5 last games. Or you're gonna get a 0% win rate in your 5 last games. That is not to assume that you have a terrible win rate or a good one. You have to play for long enough and you realize it's always 50% and there's nothing you can do about it. Literally nothing. Because once you do something, you get into a higher bracket of more powerful people, and then it's still 50%. So it will always feel like you have to try harder and harder is the most addictive thing to do until you just figure out, oh, it's just total bullshit. And but there's so many people, like, you can take any athlete in the world. What are you doing? What is the value that you provide to humanity, Mr. Athlete? There's also uh, artist, I guess. I don't even, because artists, right? Like the ones that draw things, the ones that make things, and in the end, it's just like, wow, you did it, and it's completely useless. It's so beautiful to look at, and it's completely useless at the same time. I guess you tried really hard, because you actually have to acquire the skill, you have to outcompete people, blah blah blah. It's the same shit to be seen. The same goes on YouTube, man. You want your videos to be seen? Your thumbnail has to grab a person's soul, man, and suck it in, you know. And they have to watch the entire video too. And YouTube is like, congratulations! Now I will actually make sure this video is the most popular thing in the universe. And that's the YouTube algorithm. Like, it's not that difficult to understand, right? Yes, it's difficult because YouTube doesn't even fucking talk about it. YouTube itself doesn't talk about their own algorithm. Everyone else is talking about it. Not YouTube, though. YouTube doesn't give a fuck for some reason of what you think. Just figure out for yourself, obviously. Trial and error. It's not the worst thing to say to someone. Trial and error is pretty cool. At the same time, like, listening to authorities is kind of boring and annoying. So I understand what's going on to some extent. But the fact that there's no option to listen to authorities in any extent and criticize them and dislike their videos every single time, because that's 99% of the people who you just want to dislike videos from authorities. That's what most people want to do. I'm just saying. Anarchy is like in every person's heart right now. I don't want rules. I hate you. I also... I don't know. There's examples, but it doesn't matter. So the girlfriend stuff doesn't work. Ignore this one. But yes, it's just some opportunities should not be taken because you just don't want to be immoral. You don't know why you don't want to be immoral? Oof. Oh boy. Well, a trial and error, my boy. I guess you can be immoral, and you can take advantage of other people to some extent, but you have to understand you're also rolling the dice that someone somehow is gonna shoot you in the face for it, you know. So, well, I'm triggered. I don't want you to live anymore. Someone is gonna do something immoral to you as well, let alone just rot in jail, basically. But right now the jail system doesn't work, so the second most likely thing is that you're gonna be shot at by someone who doesn't like you anymore. So, like I mean, I just made a previous video about Rumble, and you would think, oh, it's a new platform, I have to jump into the boat with a bunch of pirates? You're gonna jump into a boat of pirates. You're just gonna die. I mean, I posted a video on Rumble, and let's see how it did. Let's compare it to YouTube. I think I got like 3 views on YouTube, right? 3 views, 2 views. Pretty bad. Rumble, no. Rumble. Oh, I got negative rumbles, boys. 0 views. 0 views is something that no platform in the world should give you. I mean, YouTube itself kind of gives me 0 views, which is a weird one, but they're probably going to be like, I can justify myself, people just didn't click on your video. But like new platforms, if they do the 0 views thing on your first video, especially first video you post, that means they don't have no idea of what they're fucking doing. Just 0 clue. They're just like the most retarded people who think they can make a platform that competes against YouTube because censorship. No censorship though. Censorship is gonna ban your channel. Yes, censorship is very bad. So don't go into it, you know. Most people see censorship and it's like, I guess I'm going towards censorship and I'm not gonna do anything about it, you know. I'm not gonna try and curve the ball and talk in a different way about different things. They're not controversial, you know, because there's a way to do it. And actually, it's just as equally as valuable to do that, exactly that. But, you know, oh no, I cannot just be straight of a person. I have to curve my straightness. And it has nothing to do with sexuality, but political agenda, basically. So, I am surprised that the left is not getting banned. In a dramatic way that, you know, YouTube kind of promotes these videos to me and says, well, we banned this guy. We also banned leftists. Like, nah, I can't even talk about it because it's so stupid, man. It's an absolute nightmare. Alright, so, it's definitely looking like bullshit, so, at least that's very certain. Have, we touched the most important parts? Kind of. Again, the way I feel, you just don't take the opportunities when they present themselves. You have to educate yourself, like, obviously. For fuck's sake, man. Yes, you try things, but you also have to educate yourself and make sure that the things you're trying have no risks attached to it, you know? If the drugs are free, take the drugs, but there is a risk that you will get addicted to it for some reason. Maybe you're addicted to masturbation, and the drugs also kind of resemble that. But you must understand, just because drugs are free the first time, doesn't mean that drugs are just free. It just, it's a trick, right? It's a marketing trick. So, it's very interesting. So yeah, you should try making YouTube Shorts, and what you're gonna realize, like I realized, oh, I don't know how to make YouTube Shorts, and then stop. I typed it into YouTube, how do you make YouTube Shorts, and I didn't got the answer. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, guys. My same reaction with Bitcoin. I don't know how to buy Bitcoin. What, you have to actually show documents on the internet? Just show documents to strangers to get a few fucking Bitcoins? I can make a RuneScape account and I get my fucking gold and I can actually sell that for real money. What is better, fucking Bitcoin or RuneScape gold? RuneScape gold to me. So, people just, things have to be fucking fixed properly. RuneScape gold is like million times better than Bitcoin because it's actually not. You still have to meet another player. You have to teleport. You have to know a lot of things to be able to actually trade really quickly. It's not. You have to meet the person, but it's almost like it's justified because it's fun enough and it's interactive enough. So it's like putting a little bit of effort into trading is not a big deal at all. It could be, fixed based on the fact that RuneScape was not meant to beat Bitcoin in the first place, but it fucking did anyways. So what is going on there, is my question. And then there's all kinds of other cryptocurrencies that have literally the same problem as Bitcoin. It's just very slow transaction rate. And was that worth it, guys? Was decentralization worth it? Probably not. But nobody cares. Nobody. They're just gonna keep on fucking promoting some shit coins all the way. Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is providing so much value, I will be forced by gravity to get Bitcoin. And Bitcoin will be forced to actually create the demand and a proper supply. Alright? I can just reach out and grab Bitcoin. It's in my life right now. And I'm slowly growing more Bitcoins. Because if that's how you do it, I don't know how you do that. I don't know what's the most important thing about Bitcoin, I'm just saying. So, yes, people jumped in very early in the boat, and it's like they got 1 million times the investment return. And guess what? It's lucky. You know, just lucky, dude. You just won a fucking $1 million. It's lottery everywhere. There's lotteries all the time. But if you're just gonna be ripped into shreds by lotteries, I mean, you have no idea how to invest your time anymore. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I generally think that lotteries give you zero skills, because essentially you just get lucky. You just invest into something that you kind of believe in, but you don't know why. And it's just faith system all of a sudden. It's pure lottery. It doesn't investment, because investment is actually not actually helping the company. You're just like giving the company money and hoping to get back the money, which is very rare thing to happen, to get back the money just because you helped it out. Do you know what that fucking means? Investment is bullshit. But I'm not gonna say that as an argument. I'm gonna say that lotteries are bullshit, and a lot of people play lotteries instead of real things, okay? Like, I can appreciate Shark Tank, even though I can't, because it's just 4 people investing into multiple businesses, and that's not how life works. But then again, it's like, how does it work? Are Kickstarters more valuable, or the big sharks more valuable to get money from? I think if you can rip off a shark, it's very nice, but it's also very difficult to do because they're like bulletproof, I would say, or like scam proof. So good luck on that. They probably don't even care about like 90% of the businesses they invest in. Allegedly invest in. They probably don't even do that. They probably promise and deliver nothing, like Elon Musk, you know? I can't wait for Elon Musk to promise more things. But now that he bought Twitter, he actually have to use it properly, or he would lose his investment big time. But you know what? I don't care about Twitter, so might as well burn in hell. Literally, like, probably 10% of Twitter was just about porn, and now porn is gone. I believe it's gone. I looked it up at my most famous porn star on Twitter, and she's not there anymore, so... Or at least her posts are gone, so... It's gone. One of the only things that keeps Twitter alive, probably, is now going to die. Because Elon Musk. And it's like, but porn is obviously bad. Shut the fuck up, dude. You have no idea who you're talking to right now. in short, just to clear the confusion, like, porn is just another form of media. You can watch it whenever you want. And if you don't get access to it's probably worse. Alright? Yes, it doesn't have to be on every single platform, and Twitter probably shouldn't be about porn either. But you wouldn't know that. Okay? It's not exactly clear. I think every single platform should have as many things as possible in it, including YouTube should contain porn. But the way porn is made is actually wrong, I would say. So, you're correct to the extent that we live in a stone age. That's what you're correct about. Because porn has to improve 100 times as well. Because it's still quite a new concept and unexplored, I would say. And there's that one special way to improve porn that, again, I can improve tons of things and nobody's listening, you know? As if I'm talking to a wall myself. Which is fucking fantastic. I should make YouTube shorts. Yeah, there is plenty of reason for me to do that. But saying that I'm missing a boat of some kind, like, you have to be retarded. Simply for one reason. Alright. There's another one. Oh, you don't think I have crowns in there? Most opportunities. Well, I can't say pretty much the same thing, right? So I'll just not crown it, I guess. Opportunities tend to come back in more accessible form. It's kind of the same thing as combining they're fake and there's going to be supply. But you have to understand, the way YouTube Shorts work right now is probably not relevant to the future, because future is going to be different entirely. Once we improve things far enough, that they're just going to change definitions of what a YouTube Short is. Maybe YouTube Shorts is just going to be the first 2 minutes of the YouTube video, and you can just skip to the next video and skip to the next. And people will actually put a lot more effort in the first 2 minutes of their videos. Here you go, YouTube Shorts. Completely changed the definition, because right now YouTube Shorts is just some comedy shock value bullshit that I don't care about anymore. Because I don't see value in it, unfortunately. But it might still make it a top 100, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned on those series. Pretty important stuff. Like, knowing what I know now and how much change is going to take place, because change is almost inevitable, you see the future based on what you want to see in the future. You know? What you really, really want. What is really easily accessible to everyone is just they're missing the point entirely. You know? I have enough awareness. I have the awareness of a developer, and I have awareness of a consumer now. And combining these two is unbeatable force. I can see the future of where most websites are going into. But most importantly, YouTube. Okay, I can see it. If I'm wrong, man, I guess I get to eat shit from every one of you, but there's so many boats coming in and out. It's like, whichever one you like, dude. You might not... There's also a boat called Not Taking Boats. There's also a boat. As I've said, waiting is also a fucking boat. Because I've said that, now it's an argument with a star. Yes. Still in Stone Age. Just wait. As long as you wait, things improve, and you can use things eventually. Because most of the time, when something is invented, it's still useless. Because it doesn't work most of the time. Okay? Like, Hearthstone has been around for 8 years. 7 years, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. It still sucks. It sucks even more now. Like, people can actually be oblivious and not fix things properly, but they're focusing on the wrong thing, obviously. They're just like trying to bump up the entertainment value and trying to keep their community alive. There's a lot of things that they're struggling with, because sometimes when you invent something, it actually goes down the hill and people just forget about it because it's just not useful to most people, right? So there's a lot of problems that you have to be fighting with to get that problem solved in a consistent manner that people like, wow, this is the solution. I need this in my life, and then it starts growing over time, and now you have the opportunity to have a decent business for a certain amount of time. Most businesses fail eventually. It's surprising that YouTube is surviving for so long and have no real competitors, because I've checked, there's none. Besides TikTok, and TikTok is not necessarily a competitor, because just TikTok doesn't have what it takes to compete with YouTube. Just nothing, dude. TikTok is like 5% of what YouTube is capable of. 5%. And TikTok is insane as a competitor, but it's not good enough as a platform. So maybe you can get discovered on TikTok, but I'm sorry, dude. It's just not gonna work. So, did you jump the boat when you discovered TikTok? That TikTok is a great platform. How many people jumped the boat and succeeded? Well, I guess you can still do that, you know, because there's always enough people who gets disappointed and jump off the boat. So you should try it, you know. And you never really know how much success you're gonna get and how much success you really want, and that for some reason is not matched properly right now. Like, come on, man. Like, internet is such a garbage thing. I'm just sitting here, I jumped the boat, and I know how shitty the boat is right now. And shut the fuck up about it, man. But it's such a stupid sentence, it's actually mind-blowing how good it is, because it's a very revealing thing as well. I have been on the internet very long time. It still sucks. Okay. It sucks a little bit less each year, but it sucks. Okay. It almost like rotates of what actually sucks. Because it's like you fix one problem and there's a problem in a complete opposite direction, you know, that you're blind to at that moment. Something like that, I would imagine. Okay. Yeah, I stopped calculating how big of a bullshit something is, because like usually it's just 100%, and there's not much to look at.
So let's just look at the facts. YouTube is winning the fight against TikTok. Shorts just passed.
No, you can't just look into stats like that and pretend they're winning. The fact that TikTok gets any relevance whatsoever, it's fucking mind-blowing for a competitor. Okay, we're talking about competitor here versus an established platform. Oh, YouTube is actually winning right now. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Also, you don't know the full statistics of any kind.
TikTok reaching
I'm sorry,
1.5 billion active users, while TikTok just crossed the billion. 2. YouTube is
Just crossed 1 billion. I mean, YouTube already had users, you know. And, most importantly, you don't know the most important statistic. TikTok is banned in India. Pretty big deal, I would say. Losing reach of 1.5 billion people, maybe even 2 billion people or something. some crazy amount in India living right now. Well, probably gonna leave a dent in your platform, I'm not gonna lie.
Massive music library. And if
Which you can use to make 15-second shorts. Come on, man. Massive music library. You can almost like use everything on YouTube for 15 seconds. Almost everything. Which is... I think that's how it works. I don't know, because things can change anytime. Anything can change all the time. Is it gonna improve? I hope, but you just... Sometimes when you try to jump into the ship, what's gonna happen is just gonna miss the ship while jumping on the ship. It can actually happen. You're trying to take an opportunity and you just get yourself dumped into water, you know? The opportunity... I don't know how to put the sentence together and just say negative value. Whatever. Well, let's listen to the whole video, because he triggered, you know, he might as well give him the credit for it, but whatever. I'm not exactly sure what else to talk about. Again, I've touched the girlfriend thing. Why shouldn't chase that? There's plenty of opportunities. I've said Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just hard to actually acquire. Like, and transactions are long, so I just don't care about Bitcoin. It has to be like really valuable to people. It doesn't matter if it's centralized, unfortunately. It kind of means that it's less safe, and something like PayPal is capable of abusing people with this misinformation rule. So decentralized platforms seem very appealing, but it's just like what has to happen. There has to be more centralized platforms of which you can choose from. Okay, not because some of them will not be corrupt, and that's the greatest thing of all time. And it will make things move really fast. Like, if you like decentralization so much, you're not allowed to live in a city anymore, unfortunately, because everything is centralized in one place. So if you... I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Anyone who's gonna say decentralization, I'm gonna ask, where do you live, dude? Where the fuck do you live?
late, they have insane opportunity and low competition.
Really? I don't think people are actually using YouTube Shorts because it has low competition and high opportunity. Because, like, people just not taking opportunities of any kind. They just, like, post random funny TikToks. Even Mr. Who's the Boss is doing exactly the same thing, making funny TikToks about pranks. Or just... You gotta get that shock value, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go into a long-form video, so you don't actually acquire any fans. If you get lucky and your video blows up and it's like you acquire some subscribers, congratulations, dude. You have jumped the fucking boat. You did it. You didn't miss it. You jumped the right boat. You did the right thing. You learned the right skill. Everything... You're still fucking lucky, dude. You're still fucking lucky because you tried so hard. There's no way you wouldn't try hard because it takes so much effort to actually jump the first few boats because they're so fucking small. And there is competition because there is a small boat. There's not a lot of people in it, and you might just be pushed off the boat because people don't like you, you know? There's so much risk involved. For fuck's sake, man. You have no idea. Low competition, man. This one channel succeeded and blew up because of YouTube Short. Because YouTube Short blew up. Because there's a likelihood that it will blow up for some reason. No, that girl actually put a lot of effort into her short. Even though 60 seconds have to be like compact with value and... Oh my god, it's so difficult. then the competition is very high because the algorithm is like, oh, people skipped your video. I will remove it from the universe, actually, without telling you about it, you know. That's the competition. YouTube, supports just random people with a lot of skills. They're still random people, though, because there's a lot of people. And, yes, maybe 2 years now, after 2 years, people are not... There's so many people posting YouTube Shorts right now. So the only thing that he might be able to say to me is like, well, the competition is low because the quality of YouTube Shorts is not, like, crazy right now. Because people still haven't mastered this skill. Well, if I started YouTube Shorts, by the time I master the skill, people who are mastering the skill from the very beginning are gonna be still more skillful than I am. So it's just a waste of fucking time. Stop wasting my fucking time. I'm just sorry, dude. It's gonna get harder and harder until new features come in to make it easier for noobs to pick up things, and noobs will be rewarded for doing so. If that doesn't happen, unfortunately, the ship has never returned to pick up more people. It just carries the same people somewhere into another dimension, basically. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. I can't relate to you guys anymore, so... they will return at some point. They will be they will be like, oh, we actually sailed too far. We have to pick up more people. And usually, you have to understand, right now, like, most of the developed world is losing people. The birth rate is low. So Indians will eventually have the opportunity to infiltrate most of the world. And you have to learn Indian language too. Or scam language. I think they talk in scam language right now. That's all I know about Indians, by the way, so... But you have to be aware all the time that they have the opportunity because they have the numbers. They have the value. So people will come back. They have the demand. So people will come back with the supply when they realize what they're missing out on. If they actually need more people. Maybe we don't. Maybe it's immoral to have a lot of people. So, there's a lot of things that have to be answered, and just getting lucky is not an argument. Okay, you can get luckier by playing this lottery. Oh, very nice. It doesn't matter if it's low competition right now. The moment competition rises, you will be beaten. Alright, you will be ripped apart into shreds. But I have the throne, and I can kick the competition in the ass. I am the king now. We don't live in those times anymore. We live in algorithm times. We live in technology times. Yes, you can represent authority, but you can't be that one person that is the best. I mean, I can put up a clock, say, let's see, 5 years, and MrBeast is not gonna be the most subscribed YouTuber of all time. Something else is gonna be the most subscribed. I'll tell you that much. But it's probably gonna be even worse than that. So I'm just putting up a clock prediction. If I'm wrong, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It would be very disappointing to see that, because that's kind of how competition works. It inevitably outcompetes you regardless. Alright? In a different way. Every single time, obviously, because, again, there's blind spots and people want to fill in the blind spot as fast as possible. If someone comes up with great ideas, they are great because people have not been aware of those ideas for a long time. And you really wanted to do that, and You have to be really lucky. Your ideas have to be exactly what people want. Like, it's crazy. Who is this guy anyways? I mean, he makes sense, and this makes sense, right? Going from shorts to your actual channel and exploring properly, like, that's what shorts are supposed to do, but they're not doing that right now. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, dude. They're just not. Most of the time, I'm just oblivious that the person has a proper channel, and it doesn't feel like an introduction to their channel. It feels like the short is trying to stand up on its own in 1 minute. Are you fucking kidding me? All I'm gonna get is shock value. I can't get anything else. I can't get thoughtfulness or anything. Yes, you can say something smart, but then you have to say, watch the full-length video or something in my YouTube channel. You have to say that. But you actually don't have to say that. YouTube has to say that to people. It's like, there's a longer video in there. But even then it's fucking weird. How does YouTube gonna know if there is or isn't? Well, YouTube has to make automatic shorts out of videos, out of video introductions that actually, like, work, Something like that. So, do you want to watch this? Okay. But then how do you do that if it's a vertical video? There's so many problems to solve. Like, right now, the only thing you can do is laugh how stupid YouTube Shorts are actually, are. And, that's it. That's the only thing. How stupid do you think you guys are?
YouTube has plans.
In fact, you should laugh for like 5 years, and then 5 years later, maybe you can actually use the internet. Alright? Right now, you can't. I can use the internet because I've been using it for a long time, but most people can't. Like, my mom can't use the internet. Until I buy her a tablet, I guess, then she will be able to use the internet. It's not that difficult, but it kind of is, because then you also have to learn English, and she's trying, but I don't think she can learn English just through a dictionary or whatever book she was reading. One book, read probably 10 times already. I'm surprised that she's excited for some reason, but for some reason, I mean, I speak English all the time. She's probably intimidated now. So, yeah, there's a lot to unpack, man. So let's not go there anymore. Using the internet right now is a very frustrating experience, I'll tell you that much. Like, it's gonna get easier and easier. Right now, like, TikTok is a good example of, like, you can have a chill time and get the value and not worry about anything. Clicking on anything, really. Just scroll through once you finish the video. It's just completely fine. I'm surprised that TikTok doesn't automatically scroll as well. You actually have to find out when the video ends and then scroll. That seems like a shitty feature, but whatever, dude. Whatever. I guess you're still starting off, aren't you? And you're not testing different possibilities. See, it's very difficult to test a feature like that because the moment you make scrolling automatic, you can't really understand whether the person is watching the videos or not. Because they could have just left the phone and it's just automatically scrolling. So there has to be enough user input. So scrolling is actually potentially a more positive thing that you would think. Because some user input just indicates that you're still using your phone, you're still watching the video. Because you cannot just be monitored all the time through the camera. It's like, oh, you're still watching the video? Okay. Okay. At the same time, that's not how you should calculate engagement. You should care whether people post comments, press the like button, all that shit as well. Very important, and you should even suggest people to encourage people to do that more often. I think that's very important, I would say. Because better engagement is just gonna boost the platform by default. So just throwing an encouragement notification somewhere, I think it wouldn't hurt that much as it would benefit. There's so many things you can improve. Holy fucking moly, dude. Holy moly. For fuck's sake, you have no idea. So I'm just gonna... You have to play the waiting game right now. This is the greatest boat of all time. Just wait. For fuck's sake, man. Not listen to these fucking assholes. And I am being racist because I'm looking at a black man, so obviously I'm racist. But let's continue. He's saying publicly? On Twitter, dude? People use Twitter? I'm still not convinced. Twitter is also a boat that I just kind of missed, and it's like, where's that boat? I can't see it. There's like literally no incentive for me to use Twitter. Like zero. Zero. No, nobody's like, if you use Twitter, I'll give you 100 subscribers. Just use Twitter for a fucking week. Maybe you're gonna get hooked. Maybe. I'll give you 100 subscribers though. What if you're gonna give me a fake 100 subscribers? Now I'm like, back in the day I would be like, oh, that's pretty good. But now I'm like, what if those subscribers not gonna click on my videos, and they're gonna make my videos perform even worse? I don't know if I like that. Now I'm like skeptical. Maybe I don't want subscribers anymore. Maybe I don't want subscribers and engagement of any kind whatsoever forever in my life. Maybe it's actually a bad idea now. So sometimes you just kind of change your mind, and that's one of the great. Just a simple question. I'm not gonna turn it into a crown. What if you change your mind? What do? You jump off the boat? Ah, you can't. You can't. Oh, you can't. Nah, dude. Nah. It's a fucking crown. You can't. And most people make this mistake so often that it's a crown. Because even Andrew Tate is like, well, I stand by this statement. I will not change my mind. Because you can't. You just can't. You're just a weak little shit. You can't. Only strong people can change their minds. Strong people who are grounded, who can walk freely in their worlds. They're not living in a bubble of a boat. A boat is a bubble of people who jumped on it and call it a community, but it's cancer. You know, it's just another word to say cancer. What? You can jump into my Discord. Is this a boat? Kind of, I guess. Because I'm saying, like, YouTube comments suck ass. But if something is grounded, it's probably not a boat, unfortunately. Probably not just an opportunity. It's just, you know... Well, let me think about it, because it's kind of an awkward thing to say, right? There's certain opportunities that are not boats? What do you mean, man? Now you're being confusing. Probably to just perpetuate your Discord as not a boat. Hashtag not a boat, man. First of all, my Discord is not going anywhere. Like, you can join anytime, and new people are encouraged to join more than that I like the old ones. I don't care about the old ones. I care about the new ones because, like, we need more people, right? So this is very simple. So if usually the opportunity says that we need more people as fast as possible because we're gonna leave. We're gonna lock it up. I say, yes, it might happen, but I need a, actual amount of people, actual amount of engagement, actually have to like it. I will filter a lot of people out, and it's a very tough challenge. If you put up enough pressure, the boat never sails. That's kind of what happens. That means you don't need a boat if it never sails. That means it's so grounded that it doesn't leave anywhere. It just stays forever in the same place, and there's no because the boat leaves based on how difficult it is to get into the boat. You can still get into the boat when it's away from the shore, really far away, but now it's so difficult that people just don't bother anymore. And I think that's a very bad boat if people don't bother, if people are not even encouraged to wait for another boat to come. I think the greatest opportunities are not boats, unfortunately. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, I'm probably so grounded that I will always appreciate new people just to see what they can do. Alright? Just to test your strength and then just spit you out potentially. Because, rejected. Is that a boat? No, because I actually appreciate all the new people. Very much. It's not a boat anymore when you do that. When the greatest value that you have is just showing up. How do you do that on a boat? You can't do that. It's not a value anymore. Because the greatest value on the boat is that you showed up initially as fast as possible. Alright, that's the greatest value on the boat. If something is grounded, you just showed up, that's the greatest value. There's a huge difference between that. Alright? But I was here since the very beginning. For some reason, people are not excited about my boat, so I'm like, I guess I don't need a boat. Because, I just made a Discord channel, why is nobody excited to jump in? Because, nobody cares in general. It's just not a thing. So, whoops. The thing is, there is a little bit of a merit to jumping the boat early. And I would appreciate people if they do that. If they jump early, but into my Discord. But that's not what I need. What I need is actually value. So if you just silent this whole time when it jumped early, you have been completely useless. And that's not how I will evaluate you based on how early you were able to fucking discover me. That's just more or less just luck, okay? The real skill is value. How much value you provided to my place. Alright, that you jumped into. Then we're talking. When you're evaluating value, then there's no boat, man. There's just no boat. The opportunity that you have has to be open for everyone. For fuck's sake. Where's that boat thing? Everyone should be able to do that. And yes, if there's a place where you can shout from the rooftops and reach a lot of people, that's a cool opportunity. If you can learn how to fucking climb on the rooftops in the first place. If you can't, it's not a good opportunity. If you can fucking break your leg, not a good opportunity anymore. Not worth the risk, unfortunately. And that's kind of what YouTube Shorts are right now. Oh, I found the rooftop that I can shout from. I got a lot of views. Oh, there's the person that is promising things like Elon Musk on Twitter. We should listen to that guy. Why are people listening to promises, for fuck's sake? I'm a visionary. I don't promise anything. I can just tell you guys, most of the things I'm telling you are gonna happen at some point. Not sure how fast it's gonna be. Potentially, humanity is just gonna fail and disappear into the non-existence because you were immoral. The butterfly effect. The butterfly flapped its wings into someone's face and it hurt someone's face. The butterfly is so immoral that it destroyed the entire humanity. Absolutely. Over time, obviously. the ripple effect of a butterfly. Nah. That's probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard, the butterfly effect, anyways. There is no way for one person to destroy humanity necessarily, but humanity can destroy itself eventually if there's enough immoral people. Because it kind of has to, you know, it's like, well, I guess this randomly generated humanity or collective consciousness just kind of wanted to destroy itself. I guess let it happen, you know. Whatever. I guess nobody liked where this was going. But even that's like very difficult as well. So I'm not sure exactly. And if I'm not sure about something, might as well be positive instead. If you're not sure if the negative is even possible, probably the positive is gonna happen instead. So let's keep an eye out for that. I mean, I have been just talking about stars this whole time. Stars all the way and crowns. Pure bullshit, basically. This boat thing that he started with. His video is very strong. I'm gonna press a dislike button. The unlike button. Here you go, I pressed it. I don't know. There has to be like a button where it's bad content, but it's so bad that it's so good. It's presented in a very in a very understandable way, but it's bad. Alright? And people need to know about it. You know, it's bad, but people need to watch this thing. Alright? That's what I want. That's the button I want. You can remove dislike button as long as you give me that other button. Okay? The fire button, potentially. Let's make this go viral. I'm not gonna tell you why. But let's make this go viral. And people who press that viral button should have ability to make videos on it of why they press the button, explaining, you know, intricate idea behind it, you know. Some people just jump on the trend and can't explain it, but if you can, if you did press the button early on when you jumped the boat, jumping the boat is actually pretty exciting, so again, I'm not gonna tell you guys not to do that. Still pretty exciting. But it should be easy, you know? It should be easy, it should be very simple as well. It's like, you found a boat, you were actively searching for a boat. You have to find the boat first. And it's not too far away, you can actually just walk into the boat. You don't have to jump. Jump the boat is... You're already screwed if you're jumping on the boat, I think. So, if you know what you're doing, if you have not wasted your time by looking for the boat, you just kind of randomly found one, alright? It has to be completely random, and it's like, oh, it might be valuable, might as well take the opportunity. It's kind of how you have to approach the flat earth phenomenon. Don't make fun out of it. Take it for what it is, man. Because there is no evidence that it's not flat, unfortunately. So might as well invest as much as possible into the fact that people might be misled on more than one thing here, you know, because it's very much possible to do that right now. I can't really put together a good argument how to... But it just feels like the flat earth is such an easy investment, and such a logical investment too. It's like, you're not gonna lose anything for doing that, you know. Even if people question and disagree with you, that's totally fine. I told you guys, hatred is gold. You gotta appreciate hatred. You have to appreciate every single time you can actually disagree with a lot of people. Those are the real boats, man. Those are the real ones. But actually, maybe not. Maybe they're not boats at all, so I don't know. Because again, the opportunity to disagree is probably always there. and people will hate you for it and will try and take away that opportunity away from you. So it's probably not a boat. Because if people can shoot down your boat from any distance whatsoever, I don't know if that's a boat anymore. Again, it has to go somewhere as well. It has to go away from the society to explore new territories and explore it. I can't really define boats yet and the grounded opportunities. I can only make you guys feel the difference, but I can't describe it to you as a definition. But I hope you guys understand. Just the bare minimum, you know? That's all I can do in an hour. You have to sit for 100 hours to understand one concept fully, so I'm sorry for that.
What more content gets seen and discovered, and he's saying publicly that he would recommend that you lean into the feature. What more is there to say?
I can say something. Scam alert. Okay, well, you should lean into the feature. Set the authority of YouTube. Ah, not a scam, am I right? Not a scam? For gospel lovers, it's not a scam. But for a skeptical person like me, it's like absolutely a scam, 100%. Just promising that something is gonna get better, not necessarily always the truth, so I can't trust that person anymore. You just have to, like, say what you already like about something. And yes, you can say what features there's going to be in the future, but you cannot say that it's going to be better. You can say what you're thinking about adding into the... So some of the features that you can add might be worse. You never know. You just never know. You can't just be always positive. You have to be realistic, especially if you... an authority person that's giving exactly these things that make this guy fucking euphoric. You know? False promises make people euphoric because they're just so delusional. But you have to understand that you have a lot of influence on these people, and this guy has an influence on more people because he's a well-subscribed person as well. So it's like, what are you guys doing? That's why authorities have to shut the fuck up most of the time. It's actually the right thing to do. Because the moment they start speaking, they speak in promises, and that's even worse. It's so much worse, dude. Because eventually it just leads into heartbreak immediately. Immediately something goes wrong. Most of the time, people just forget about it and move on. But in some serious cases, it just turns into serious heartbreak. Something that you don't want to experience, unfortunately. Like, imagine if Elder Scrolls 6 gets cancelled. Everyone's heartbroken. Everyone wants to kill themselves now. Holy crap, man. We're going back into Dark Ages now. No Elder Scrolls 6? What am I gonna do with my life?
Section looking for things that repeatedly come.
He's like, here's how we make shorts. Looking at bumps into interest of the video. But you have to get 50,000 views on the video to get that graph. Or you can look deeper into statistics. It's nothing, none of this screams easy to me. But yes, it's a very important thing to consider of what people actually care about. You should make shorts about that. And link people to your channel somehow. Important as well. But, how the fuck do I make a short, man? Editing is actually the hard part. Figuring out ideas is not that difficult. I can make shorts out of my ass right now. I can just fart shorts. So easy. But I can't edit my videos, dude. I just can't. And that's the hurdle that I can't jump over. It's impossible. Most editing software costs money, so I have to pirate it. Most pirated shit doesn't work. I don't know what to do, man. I'm sorry, dude.
Your viewers will feed you the content ideas for your shorts. All you have to do is listen.
What? That's all I have to do? I don't see viewers, guys. I don't see it. Maybe I'm just blind, I don't know. All I have to do? No, first you have to attract viewers, unfortunately. I'm sorry, dude. Final words, yeah. Those are gonna be your final words after this.
And competition pours into YouTube Shorts, you'll be ready to ride the wave while other creators are still learning how to swim.
Nice analogy, but shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up with your stupid fucking well, let's break it down. I mean, let's say that I got confounded. Let's break it down. Oh no, you won't be able to ride a wave. When time comes. You know how I debunked this fucking claim? What if... No entry. Entirely, dude. Entirely. What if I am 1 years old? That's it, dude. Fuck your shit, man. You have to appreciate any effort whatsoever. There's gonna be your stupid waves. You can ride your stupid waves and disappear into nothingness after you do that. It's just it's a special experience. It should feel special to you, but you must come back. If you don't come back, you die. You die. Boat disappeared and never returned, you died. Just to the rest of society, you just dead. Nobody cares about you anymore. Okay? Ride the wave, guys. Yeah, maybe it's exciting to check out if there's a boat in there. You hop in and you hop immediately out before it leaves. You know, because that boat is grounded right now. But once it leaves, nobody should care about that boat anymore. Now it's too late to leave, is what it means. Too late to leave. In fact, if your videos go viral, it's too late to just delete your channel and just leave. Because now it's gonna leave a lot of people heartbroken and they'll hunt you down. Boy. Or girl. I'm not gonna be sexist on this one. Although YouTube is sexist and only boys succeed, so shut the fuck up. I said boy. I stand by it, okay? I'm not gonna change my mind. The boat is off on this one. No, I'm open-minded and anything can change. And this is why boats kind of leave, because there are certain stereotypes that you have to learn, okay? You have to understand where you belong. It's very important. So you get the rides. The boat has to actually promise you that it will come back eventually. That's the most important thing you need to ask whoever's in charge of the boat. Are you gonna come back though? Please tell me you will come back. What if the boat never comes back to shore? Does it matter which shore? It should come back exactly where it left, unfortunately. It's just a ride, okay? You ride the wave, sure, but then you come back to the same exact spot where you were. You had 0 subscribers, you come back with 0 subscribers. You rode the wave, congratulations. You shook hands with people and they forgot about you entirely. Because they came back to the same shore. Yes, based on the value that you have provided on that ride, you're gonna get your benefits, okay? I'm not saying value is useless, but I'm saying it should just come back to the same point where it started. There's no wave to ride into somewhere in the unicorn land. You gotta come back to sensible reality. to where the rest of the people and the rest of the resources are. A lot of resources. You're just leaving behind a lot of resources. I'm just gonna move. Move into wilder. If you love that, just go move into wilderness and live there. And it's the greatest opportunity of all time. Who wouldn't want to miss that opportunity? An opportunity to rival or like compete against a city. Who wouldn't want to do that? Just go live in complete isolation and prove the world that you a bigger city than the city itself. Bigger resource than. No, you will always come back because you will run out of resources and services and ability to survive and to keep yourself sane at the same time. But if you do go insane, you will not come back anymore. You're just gonna be dead in multiple ways. You also will have no ability to influence anyone. Just screwing yourself up so badly. I mean, I can't imagine, dude. I can't imagine being this delusional. But now there's the question of why people think this way. Why people are so excited about riding the fucking waves. Because people are just bored. And boredom is everywhere and it's the most destructive thing in the universe. You're just bored, dude. You're just bored! I'm sorry, dude. You think my videos are boring? Oh my god. You're in for some rude awakening if you think my videos are boring. Most people who are watching this part of the video don't think that. Alright, because they survived. Because, come on, dude. The biggest problem is boredom. It's like, I'm so excited. This new boat is going to new places, is going to help me discover things. That's what it's all about. You will discover things, and you will undiscover things, unfortunately. Go back to zero again. The only thing you will have is experience, the value you've provided to other people who were on the same boat. But you can't even invest in those people because they're going to split up in random places. You can think of it as, you're in school, you're in random classroom. Most of the classmates that you have not going to care about you 10 years down the line when the class disbands and does random things now. Most of them will not care about you. I mean, I posted my channel on my class reunion subject, and nobody subscribed or stuck around or made a comment of any kind. I even opened up my Facebook. I found enough courage in that, and I saw no notifications, so nothing happened, guys. Absolute. I might have fucking been banned from the class for posting my channel, Oh, you promoting something I don't like. Fuck you, dude. Oh, you speak English. Fuck you, dude. Something like that. And they will forget about me. Guess what? I was riding a boat, unfortunately. It was a very random boat, but most boats are random, and most people you're going to be associating with are pretty random, and they're not going to give a fuck about you when the boat actually returns. If the boat does not return anymore, then you guys will be dependent on each other big time, okay? But you're also going to be screwed, and nobody should care about you anymore. So, here's my take on the boat analogy. I hope you did not like it, because it's bullshit. See you guys next time.